when I was 12 years old, my parents now saw that it's my time now to be circumcised and married off. So like it was 2008 that my dad now decided he organized for a big ceremony for me to be circumcised. So after the ceremony, before then, World Vision used to come in our area. They teach us about FGM, importance of education. Because remember, at home you're not told anything about education. What you're told is just how to keep a man, how to be a good mother, how to be a good wife. There's nothing like how to go to school, how to be educated in something else. So when I heard that my parents were going to circumcise me in 2 weeks' time, I went and told my class teacher. So my class teacher organized with my chief, who is my church elder by then. So they started organizing. I was to be circumcised on Sunday. So on Friday, there's also always a ceremony whereby you're supposed to be shaved. You're supposed to be shaved, and then we were 3, me and my 2 sisters. So on Friday there's a ceremony, on Saturday there's a ceremony. So on Saturday night, it's now like just hours to be on Sunday, because circumcision normally happens at between 6 to 7:30, because it's supposed to be very early in the morning. So Saturday night I was worried, because I decided I'm not going to run, because if I go, of course in our village, if you're seen, because now most of us will resemble our parents or our fathers, to be specific. So everybody will say, oh, this is the girl who is to be circumcised. Where are you going? So I decided I'm not going to run away. A day before the D-Day of circumcision, you're supposed to stay with the circumciser. There are some things she's supposed to teach you with like a group of 2 to 3 women. So at night, we are supposed to also sleep with her, because she's supposed to guide me even throughout the night, even how I'm supposed to behave when I'm being circumcised. Because if you're circumcised and you don't shout, it's also a plus to your father, like you're brave like your father. So she was telling me, please don't, because I'll do it in a hurry, don't shout, because you'll also add like a plus, like when you'll be married, the person who's going to marry will add a cow that you're very brave like your father. 3 a.m. now on Sunday, 3 a.m. It's almost between 3 and 6, or less than 3 hours. Now the police came to my place. 3 lorries of police came with the chief. Now they started going, because I have 3 moms, they started going to every house. No, they were waking people up, and remember it was a ceremony, so there are a lot of people in our home. So they came to my mom's house, they woke me up with my sister, and then they like arrested my father. But I cried so much, because I love my father so much. So I told them, no, my father should not be arrested. I don't want to undergo FGM, but I also don't want my father to be arrested. So you see, in that time, my father started saying that, oh, so my daughter even, she's not even the one who decided to run away, but it is this woman, my mom now. When they went back home, my father now started beating my mom, like every day. Like my mom used to be beaten every day because of me. Until now, when like she told me when I was in the rescue center, one day I decided to run away to go and be circumcised. So that my mother doesn't undergo the beatings every day. My brother now, because like my father, as a firstborn, there are some privileges that you have as a firstborn. So my brother has to pay a cow to again like reclaim the respect as a firstborn. Because my father was saying that it's my brother who made me to run away. You run away, they thought you want to be a prostitute, because it's only prostitutes who are not circumcised, they believe so. So when I went back home, they were like, oh my God, so you just went, now you came with education. But I told them, Form 4 is not education. Out there are people who have even PhD, but they still want to add. So I want to add. I've not even I've not reached where I want to reach. I still want to go to school and learn more. So after Form 4, I passed very well. I was called to join Masai Mara University. I joined Masai Mara University. I pursued education arts, English literature, and I completed. And now I started an organization called Silan Foundation. When you come in and fight FGM in a place whereby you come as a foreigner, you are not received well. So like one day I was asking I was in a meeting and I was asking their parents, what can we do? Like what can we do? Now they told me just come the other day alone, because we were many that day. So when I went, they told me, you see now when you tell us and you are a child, you're born here, you know everything about the culture. Because one thing I tell them, our culture is the best in the world and we have to preserve it. We have a lot of good things in our culture. I guess in our culture it's only two things that are bad: FGM and early marriage. Everything else is the best in the world. So I tell them we have to preserve that. But again, FGM, it's not in our culture. Yeah. In Silan Foundation, we focus mostly in primary school and high school, and in the village. We go village by village. It's a group of youths, mostly volunteers. We just go, like, we held community dialogues, but I also have to make sure that all of them are from that area. I just have those who are in the university, those who are working. I just talk with them. We go to the village, we talk with them. Because now you'll go there talking to your parents, your uncles, because Masa is in one way or the other, we are all related. So if I take them, we are well received, and I can see the situation changing. Since the introduction of the FGM Act 2011, I can see it's changing, because you see now, even the people in the village, they do it, but they hide, because they know, like nowadays they do it at night. It used to be done in the morning, but nowadays they do it at night, because they are aware that the government is against this, and they are aware that this is something wrong, but they just want to, I don't know why they just want to do it, but it's changing.
It's changing,
yeah.
Okay. So maybe just to wind this interview up, I'd love to hear your perception, your opinion of this FGM and early child marriage. What do you think needs to be done to completely eradicate the practice?